tons bomber. Only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavy. So they stare into each other's eyes. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. A left hook. Good left hook. Nice stop, but that won't score. On how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. The face is telling the story from that jab. Best rounds I've seen this year. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing.
Down goes Frazier. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again. One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
No rest for the weary. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just... Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Frazier's got to get inside.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Big right uppercut scores. Catch and shoot. Punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. And he blocks the left uppercut. That counter shot lands. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. That jab misses. With that uppercut. Can you imagine if he knocks out this legend? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder. Here's the bell to start round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
The straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice defense there, blocking the hook. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that. Here we go in the 6th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that. Round 7, here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
His stamina is off the charts. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Did well to block that right hook. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Joe Frazier is in trouble. Oh, wait a minute. Frazier covering up. He's got nowhere to go. How is Frazier still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder. And we enter the 8th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Punching. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The straight right just misses. And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. The onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
There's a counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Nice exchange here from both men. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night.
And down goes Wilder! And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Wilder in that last round. This is the 10th. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice defense on that hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Oh, Wilder just got clipped and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. It's the wrong place to fall asleep.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above.
Down goes Joe Frazier. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you, they look about the same. Speak about comfort.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Deontay Wilder.
This bout is...
Expectations are sky. Here we go for round one. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Insane action. Punch, counter punch. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Nice counter shot. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice defense on that jab. That jab doesn't score. Nice counter. This This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without it.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
You'd like to see more jabs. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
A swing and a miss with the right hook. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Wilder in that last round. Well, it's no secret who... And there's the bell for round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab doesn't quite connect. Swing and a miss with that hook. They've got a big reach advantage here. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Todd, I was a fighter had an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, just really befuddles your opponent because when they think you're out of range, bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them on the end of a jab, it takes and befuddles a fighter.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just misses with that jab. Parries that left jab away. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope that...
There's the bell to start round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
punches have to hurt. The charts action from both of these fighters. The perfect counter lands. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. The jab can't find a home. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body.
And down goes Wilder! Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Let's see how the... Time for the 5th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Nice counter shot. Nice defense with that jab. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you...
The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Punch, counter punch. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the... Let's start the 6th. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Referee not going to be happy with that illegal move. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good defense to block the hook. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is, has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. He is down big time on the scores. And there's the bell for round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
No rest for the weary. Swinging him. Oh, wait a minute! And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. How are they still standing?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, hold it right there. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Wilder in that. Round 8, and we're off again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Will cave, but which fighter will it be? They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter. So much firepower here. counter-punching. These two were made for each other. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in...
And we enter the night. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss for that jab. That left hook just missed. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. That belt. And here comes the 10th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart.
Oh, my God, Johnny. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Looks like trouble was averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got...
Hold on, I got to cut you off here, Johnny. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? A much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That hook doesn't score. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Wilder in that. There's the bell to start round 11. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That left hook missed. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder now. And there's the bell to start round 12. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Oh, Wilder just got clipped and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt. So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you start thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Holding nothing back here in the round. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What